Hello, everyone, and welcome to the brand new seafaring adventure, The Sea King's Malice, written by Alex Kammer from Gamehole Con, published by Frog God Games. Today, we are going to jump in. I'm Satine Pheonix, the game master for the adventure, and we have our lovely players. First, we have Jason Charles Miller, musician, voice actor, as seen on Starter Kit on Geek and Sundry and Gilding Lights, The Sirens. Yay!
Yay!
And I'm really gonna try not to kill your last name, John Idarola.
That was perfect.
Yes, host of the daily news show Damage Report and the Young Turks.
I'm so excited to be here.
Also, we have Cynthia Marie, Geek and Sundry's Vampire the Masquerade, and on Gilding Lights, The Sirens. And also we have Kyle Vogt, who is, dun dun dun, Peter from The Room.
Yeah.
So we are going to play, and I want to hear from you guys what your characters are. You've made your characters, so tell me about it. We'll start with Jason.
Hi, I'll be playing Torpin Tumblefoot. He's a rogue and a thief and a halfling. He was raised in an orphanage in the town we'll be adventuring in today, and he can get anything that you need for a price.
Pretty good. Yeah. John.
Okay, I am excited to be playing Marlon Humboldt, who now goes by Scuttle. He was for more than half a century a sailor of no note or recognition. He was a fisherman until a storm sunk his ship, and he spent several weeks below the sea, having his mind broken and reforged by weird, eldritch, unimaginable things that he saw. He was wrapped in ghost kelp, he danced with undead dolphins, and he came face to massive eye with some sort of Cthulhu-esque being that he neither understands, but still fears. And he's been somewhat broken ever since, and relies on his crew to keep him together.
Oh, good. I mean, that's awesome. Cynthia.
Hi guys, I am playing Kira Nightshade, an Eladrin elven woman who is very secretive about her life, but you guys would obviously know that she had her heart broken recently. She lost her person.
Mm-hmm.
So she hides in the shadows, and yeah, she has a very awesome, sad secret you guys will find out soon. Mystery.
Kyle.
I'm playing Mongor, half-orc barbarian, and I like to fight, and I like to drink because that's what I grew up doing.
As you may have noticed, there is not a healer in the party.
We lost.
Lost the last one again.
What's his name? What was her name?
Red. They're all named Red.
It's easier if they're all named Red.
Did I mention I'm a monk?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, so I'm a monk. That's helpful.
Oh, I'm a warlock. I didn't say that either.
Also, all of these, not a healer.
No.
We have the tunic, the red tunic for the next Red.
Oh, God.
I've got a connection for healing potions.
That's helpful.
And, I can call upon when needed.
Do they come in beer flavor?
I can check in on that.
Yes, you have a beer flavored one.
Beer
actually.
flavor?
Yeah, nobody talks about the flavors. Oh. Yeah, pick a flavor. That's your flavor. Okay.
Cotton
so
candy.
you have cotton candy.
You mean candy glass?
Yes.
So, before we begin, these little Satine house rules here at Gilding Light. If you drop your dice, you get disadvantage. You keep that dice on the table. Also, if I get disadvantage if I drop my dice too. So, roll wisely and with finesse. But that's about it. Are you guys ready to start this game?
Yeah.
All right. Chapter 1. Due north of the Strait of Praise, on the east coast of the Crescent Sea, lies the bustling anchorage of Bridgeport, where we begin our tale. Bridgeport is an ancient city. While it's a busy place humming in tune to the harmony of commerce and business, it pays open homage to its past with a robust old town and its slightly archaic or stilted ways. Travelers find Bridgeporters to be unrelentingly friendly and cheerful, but also a bit provincial in dress and manner. Transactions are all done in person, and a deal is not considered a deal until consummated with a handshake, all the while maintaining direct eye contact. You enter the town in search of real adventuring work, and sure enough, adventure you find. Jackson Brand, owner of the very respected family-run trading company Zephyr Assimilated, has hired you to find someone dear to him. This middle-aged man with peppered gray hair speaks to you with urgency in his voice. She left Bridgeport 4 months ago on an expedition, taking the Zephyr south and east, first to Worsley, and then across the Sinnar to San Caseo City. He's actually holding a map and doing this thing showing you guys. Well, I know that she arrived at Worsley as expected about 3 months ago and offloaded her cargo as planned. She then reloaded the hold with goods from Worsley to transport and sell at San Caseo. Then she used a mage of our acquaintance in Worsley to cast sending to contact me. So I know these things, and that she left Worsley in good order on Yule 11th or so. It's like December. The journey to San Caseo from Worsley should take about a month, but as far as I can tell, she and the Zephyr have not arrived. The seas are fickle, so being a bit late is never anything an experienced sailor can get too excited about. He looks over at you and
Happens.
Yeah.
But there's been no sending from San Caseo. When the days dragged on without hearing from Elisa or getting any word about the arrival of the Zephyr to San Caseo, I became increasingly concerned. She is now over 2 months late in getting to San Caseo. Elisa is my most competent and efficient captain. However, it is as if Elisa, my eldest daughter, did I forget to mention that? She and the Zephyr have vanished. I've been seeking the services of a spellcaster powerful enough to cast scrying, but have so far been unsuccessful. I will give you 2,000 gold pieces each, 1,000 up front, for this expedition.
Ooh.
I like those numbers.
Adds up for me.
Is that a lot?
Yes, it is. It's quite a lot, but there are some things to discuss here.
Buy a lot of beer, flavored healing potions with that.
I like beer better.
We'll get you beer.
Yeah. Okay, let's. I pull out my navigation tools and walk up to the map. So we're gonna go here.
Are you good at that?
I
or
don't
is
think-
it- Oh, okay.
I am proficient in navigation.
Oh, okay.
That's handy.
More of an art than a science with some. Do you have any leads on why she's months behind? Are there pirates?
Oh, well, I have heard there was a gentleman who actually got sick on one of the ships and came back, said that she, her ship and the Discovery, it's another like big massive ship, they do this thing out at sea where, you know, they'll share cargo just in case someone needs something. And that was the last time somebody saw her. And that ship is called the Discovery.
And the Discovery made it to port.
It has not. But this gentleman who also hopped off on a different ship did come back. He works in the fields.
Oh.
A ship hopper, huh?
If we have to go find her, do we get a ship?
Well, actually, I would like to hire you and my son, Timothy, he's a captain of the ship. He is captain of the Bounty, and he will take you out to find my daughter.
Excuse me, so that actually requires us to go on water.
She's a captain of the fleet, yes.
Right, but I understand that, but we have to go on water.
You don't have to go in the water. You can be on the ship the whole time.
In my experience, being on water, it's fine. It's deep down below. That's what you have to worry about.
Yeah. It's dark down there.
Just don't go overboard.
Easy for you to say.
We could tie you to the mast. I've got rope.
So do I, thank you.
Okay.
Since we lost every healer we've ever had.
Red. I'm sad.
Perhaps we should choose someone named Blue instead.
Maybe.
But then the shirt won't match.
Yeah, I don't know if we can afford a new shirt.
It'd be quite the juxtaposition. though.
Timothy doesn't have any healing skills, does he?
Honestly, I doubt that, and he grabs your 1,000. Everybody gets 1,000 gold pieces, and he snaps his fingers, and someone brings in a tray, and you each get 2 healing potions. Use them wisely.
No. Put it gently in your bag. Don't shake it. It'll explode.
Don't drink it now. It's
No,
waste.
So let me get this straight.
It's not beer.
We're going to get on this ship with your son as the captain and try to find the other ship.
We're on ships
Yes.
with sons and captains. They're not good
Well,
captains.
he
Meandering
knows the
around.
general direction. There's Wesley.
This is gonna be bad, isn't this?
Wesley's not called Warsley. There's Warsley, and you can go there to take a look. So he has all the navigation you need. All you have to do, ask the right questions to the right people, and help him out.
I
What
have a
could go
question
wrong?
for you. You, your daughter, the business. Any enemies? Anyone who would profit with her going missing?
Absolutely not. Everybody knows how powerful we are, and we're also very good friends. We treat people very well. Yes, young man?
How powerful are you? I don't know.
We are 10 powerful.
Oh, that's
Powerful enough to give us.
Can I
2,000 gold each.
try to see if I think he might be holding something back
Yeah.
with that answer?
That's kind of where I'm at too.
Okay. Roll insight, please.
You gonna roll too?
this many powerful.
Yeah, I know nothing. I got a 5.
That's a 1.
Oh,
+1.
We're starting off
He
well.
is so genuine to you. You actually
Right.
see his eyes welling up with tears, but actually you all do. This is actually real. He has.
Allergies?
He's very actually distraught, and it definitely. Actually, make me perception checks.
11.
15.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Almost everybody looks around, and you notice that there are portraits on the walls. There's smaller portraits, but the most portraits are of a young woman. Looks about 28 years old.
Walk over on the small ones.
Don't touch that! Put that down! And he picks it up, grabs it out of your hand, and he goes, "My precious darling."
I wanted to take it so we know when we find her, and I look at the picture to make sure.
Oh. Okay, that's actually a very good idea. And he opens up a drawer and he hands you a small picture. Drawing. Not a photo.
Well,
Portrait.
Yes, portrait.
the money's great, but more importantly, I know what can happen to a ship that goes missing. And if she has to see what I saw, if she ends up with crabs crawling under her skin and the taste of salt at the back of her throat, no matter how long it's been since you touched ocean water, that is not a fate I can allow to befall any innocent.
Not all the ships sink.
That's a possibility.
No.
Anything's
Scuttle,
possible.
Oh, and he's just starting to freak out. He's like, "Look, the Discovery is a research cog, and the captain's name is Zeb Quindal. And he used to work for me, and he's a very fine gentleman. So she was probably just catching up with him. He's a good friend of the family. So if you find him, you probably find her."
Orphan. Here's a picture.
We'll find her. We'll find her.
Thank you very much.
I hope we find her.
We'll find her.
Who are we looking for?
I hand him the picture back.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys are saying this as you're being escorted out. So Jackson sends you off with Elisa's younger brother, Timothy Brand, captain of the fastest ship in the fleet, the ZA Bounty, a 2-masted schooner that awaits you at the port. On your way to the speedy vessel, you notice copies of a broadsheet posted at various places through the Bridgeport. One of you picks it up and notices these are written by Timothy Brand. Did you all read the handout?
Yes.
Yes.
What'd you think?
He
The
seems like a
characters
good
thing.
guy.
He's a bit of himself.
Right. So, are you ready for your adventure, friends?
Well, there's this matter we might want to discuss before I go. I can't swim at all. In fact, I'm quite ghastly afraid of water. I don't understand how big of water. This is a lot of water. See, I'm very used to tiny amounts of water, ones that you ingest, not actually look at it.
Monks have some sort of movement ability, some sort of magical ability to pop from place to place.
Why, yeah, but that's
Save that in case.
Unstable. This moves while you're moving.
Look, it's the fastest ship in the area, and I'm sure that means it's safe.
That
We'll be
means
fine. We'll
nothing.
be fine.
And more
Think
importantly,
of the gold.
Gold?
you've got Mangor. Mangor, you swim?
Yeah, I swim real well.
Okay, she goes in the water, you go in the water, bring her back.
Okay.
We all swim. The rest of us swim.
I
I'm
like-
sure the crew on the ship must do some sort of swimming lesson before they get on.
Most crews
You'll be
don't.
fine.
No, most crews don't.
What do you know about seafaring, Mongor?
I've been sailing since I was born.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Yeah. Don't have a lot of time to learn to swim when you're raiding.
So where's the safest place of the ship?
The safest place? Captain's cabin.
I'll be there.
All right.
Is
Taking
there
a nap.
anything that would make you feel more comfortable?
No!
Okay.
Actually,
We have beer.
more gold pieces.
They're coming.
I can't read this word.
What word?
On the paper. The paper Captain Timothy wrote?
Try to sound it out like we tried.
I can't.
Try. Half of the word.
All right, so you guys walk up, and the day is open bright and clear, but the same cannot be said of the many sailors and dock workers around you, who all look as if they enjoyed the close of the Festival of Blooms last night immensely. Ahead of you, 3 bench seat rowboats are being loaded and rowed out to a boat at anchor, out in the bay about 200 yards from the end of the pier. As Jackson Brand described, it's a 2-mast schooner. From here, you can see that it is certainly a handsome ship, sleek and complete with a masthead carved like a muscular, godlike man at full draw with a longbow. As you get closer to the activity at the end of the dock, it seems that you were expected. A man with short, sand-colored hair and bearing a clipboard greets you. "Good day, masters. Right this way, please." You say that, he walks right by and goes, "Come, come." So you guys follow up, and you make your way to the ship.
He works for the people that we're working for. It's fine.
Bosun?
He might be the bosun. I don't know.
Okay. I don't trust when people approach nowhere.
He's definitely holding a clipboard. He looks very important. You would know that this is somebody who
How short is he?
5 feet tall.
He's checking people as they come onto the ship.
I'd imagine I'm a little bit taller than him, so I'm going to look over his shoulder to see what is on his clipboard.
Your names are on his clipboard.
Any
and
other
the
names?
name of the ship.
Are we the only names?
No, there's a whole bunch of names. It looks like so you are familiar. Basically, it's a cast list of the people on the ship.
Is there any inventory listed on there?
Not on this one. So, the ship
We'll find out what inventory.
the ship is a hive of activity with sailors rushing hither and yon. About 15 feet in front of you, striking a somewhat staged and outlandish pose, is a young man in bright silks, complete with a feathered cap and a soft leather-booted foot up on an overturned barrel. You know the pose. Captain CM. Well, Captain M. That pose. And as he sees you, as if on cue, he finishes a flourish with an incredibly ornate cutlass, neatly and crisply sheathing it with a practiced and pompous flair. As the last of you board the ship, he shouts a greeting. Welcome to my ship, the Bounty. I am Captain Timothy Brand. You may call me Captain, or Sir, or my lord. I hear you are the brave adventurers hired to assist in our rescue mission of my wayward sister. I warned my father that this day would come. But anyway, I am in command here. You will find me a stalwart, brave, and true leader. Without pause, he gestures to a woman behind him. She wears a black vest over a white shirt. She looks as if she wants to be anywhere but here at the moment. Timothy continues. This is Jace, my first mate. She will see to all of your needs and will show you to your staterooms, for I am far too busy to be bothered with such trifles. It's a great day for sailing. The winds favor us. Greetings and welcome aboard. And with that, Captain Timothy strides away, shouting unnecessary and random orders, all of which seem to be completely ignored. And as the captain strides off, Jace stands there shaking her head in apparent embarrassment. And she says, Right this way, masters. Let me show you to your rooms. And then she just starts walking towards the bow of the ship, expecting you to follow.
What's her background? What does she look like?
A human, kind of non-brown hair.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
disheveled.
I'm very curious. I've been on many ships over the years. Does he seem like a guy who's been thrust into a position of authority that he doesn't really merit? Or
yeah.
does the flourishing seem like, oh, this...
No.
Oh, okay.
No. You don't even have to roll.
Does Jay
Sons-
seem more natural?
Sons of owners of ships or captains aren't good captains.
And very rarely do silks correlate with skill.
Yeah, you look around and everybody looks like they belong on this ship. It's a beautiful ship, except for this guy. And you look around and everyone kind of has this like they know what they're doing. Everyone knows what they're doing. And so when he's saying stuff, they're just kind of like, yeah.
I start moving towards the guys that are loading stuff to start pick up boxes to start loading it.
Or you can't pick that up. That's not for you. That's not your job. You're just the guy on the ship. You have a different job,
Oh, I like this job.
but it's not your job. It's our job. We get paid for this. And you could break something. We don't even know you.
I could break something. What do you want me to break?
Mongor, no.
No.
Let's go to our rooms.
So the woman, so basically on the ship here, welcome to the ship. You guys are not up on the thing. You are being escorted to the other door on the other side. Yes. And I had learned the names of the parts of the ship that I forgot.
The foredeck?
That-
Poop deck?
That's not what it's called,
It is.
is it?
That's the poop deck.
Okay. So you're going towards there and you see Jason. She's just like waiting, like the door's open and she might as well be chewing gum. She's so like just waiting for you to come in.
I go in.
I go in.
Hesitantly go in.
I duck and go in.
How tall are you?
About 6.5 feet tall.
You certainly duck and go in. Okay, so you guys walk in and she escorts you to 2 rooms. Each room has 2 small beds in it and a small little dresser.
King size for me.
Well, this is unacceptable.
That's all we got.
I'll fit in here.
She spins around on 1 foot and slams the door closed.
I take sheets off the bed and start tying them up in the rafters to make a hammock for me.
Okay, slide a hand.
For 6.
Work out very well.
Kyle, is that the lowest I've ever seen you roll?
No.
I think so.
I'm just not proficient with sleight of hand.
So you see your friend and and then he thinks it's tied up and then he puts the other one up and he pulls on it and it falls down and he ties it and he picks it up and he ties it up and he pulls on it and the other one falls down. And this is going on and on. So I'm assuming you're just waiting in that room.
I'm laying in the bed watching him do this.
So you 2 are going to share the room?
Yeah.
I keep doing it.
I feel most comfortable with Torpin at this point.
You can't snore, but
Yes, we can all hear it.
So
You
he's
could fit in
doing
the
this
you
without
could fit
stopping.
in the footlocker.
I could.
He might
And I
keep doing
may.
that.
At some point.
These are slippery.
Do you need help?
Yes.
What? Help him.
I'd
Okay.
like to explore the rest of the ship.
Okay. So you see them doing that. You open the door, and suddenly you feel the waves starting to rock the Bounty, and you are heading into sea.
Oh no.
And let's see. You make me a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh.
You let's see. Orc and Warlock, you do not have to. Have you been to sea before, Jason?
I mean, I didn't mark it down, but he's been around.
Let's say you still like. Maybe it's been a while, but you weren't a sailor,
No,
right?
I was never.
Okay.
See
Go
the
ahead
pro?
and roll a Constitution saving throw. Not at disadvantage.
Okay.
She has fear all in her heart, so.
Alright. Oh, I got a 17.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
You
this
feel
is
it?
fine.
yeah, you're fine.
Mhm.
However, what happens, darling?
Mm.
So you do lose it, but tell us what happens.
Well, so kind of like doing the thing, trying to keep it all like safe and calm. I'm trying to like hone in my zen, but that's just not working. So I run over to the porthole. I'm just like, like there's just like the catch, like, and it just everything from breakfast came up.
Okay.
And this is important.
I walk over and grab her by the belt. You're not supposed to go swimming.
So you're just holding her butt.
Yeah, I'm not trying to swim. How long do we have to be here?
So you two will just sit there for a while.
Meanwhile,
Pat
I
the back
take
of her-
my few
pat the back of her
belongings, I
head.
put them on the bed and lay down on the floor next to the bed and just feel the comfort of being on the sea once again.
Okay, so you've gone to your room
Mhm.
and.
And I'm sort of taking a moment to ground myself.
Okay.
I do that a lot, actually.
All right. Hang out with your crabs.
Mhm.
Awesome. All right. So you make your way around. What do you want to explore?
I would just like to see what everyone's up to, but also I like to stealth down to the hole.
Oh. All
see
right.
what's down there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation and stealth. So stealth first and investigation.
Stealth, I get a 17.
Woo.
And investigation, I get a 5.
Okay, so there's a lot of people hustling and bustling, and there's a lot of ropes, and
Ropes.
people don't really seem to see. There's barrels, but they're so busy. Like,
And
it's one of those like
chests.
comical things where everyone's kind of strategically holding things in front of them, and you're just kind of like out of line of sight of everybody. You don't see any cool chests or anything. You do see a lot of barrels and crates full of food and stuff that's pretty typical if you're going to go on a long voyage. Yeah, nothing fun the way you're looking for it down here. You go by the kitchen, people are cooking, a little stew getting made. Yeah, people are hustling and bustling about. A lot of people are up on top.
I don't want to go back to the room.
Okay.
Didn't see any good treasure yet, but I know it's here somewhere.
Somebody's hiding something.
So you guys stay down there for a little while.
Good day in the sea room.
Mm.
So you
Did
guys
you look in the captain's cabin?
Not yet.
roll me perception checks.
18.
13.
18.
8.
My 18 friends. So you guys are actually in two separate staterooms. So you two are in yours. You two are in yours. And what seems to be, so we'll say that they're across from one another. So one's underneath these stairs, and the other one's underneath those stairs. So in that area, it sounds like either probably on top, you hear like footsteps, and then you hear yelling.
Does it sound like Jace?
It sounds like a whole bunch of people up there, and something is not right. You would know that this is not a sound that you're supposed to hear.
How long have we been at sea?
For like an hour.
I'm gonna go out the door and knock on the door of the prison room.
I get to my feet. I stretch out my back, very old, bad bones, and open the door for him.
Scuttle, I think there's a problem upstairs. The crew's yelling.
I think you might be onto something.
Let's go.
Check it out.
Here, can you walk?
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
I'm gonna try to walk.
You kind of try to hold your stuff together. You've done a lot of purging, so now you feel a little. You have had a little bit of water.
Excellent.
I'll grab her by the arm to help.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you guys walk out of that little door in the middle there, and you hear the hustle and bustle from above, and you look to the top of the stairs, and a bunch of people are gathered around, and what you can see is there's somebody, a very broad-shouldered woman, and she's got a kid by the scruff of the neck, and you see the captain in this like very like the pose he thinks he's supposed to be in, kind of like judgy at this kid, and she goes, "It seems we have a stowaway, Captain," and he's like, and you see his face, he's like trying to look around like, what am I supposed to do? And there's a brief moment for you to do something.
I yell out, no, he's with us. He's a member of our party.
He's our healer.
Exactly.
Red.
He just got here late. What are you doing there?
Red, come here, darling.
We got a new red?
I didn't see him on the list.
He was a last minute
He's
replacement.
so small, he probably just fell off the list.
And the kid's like, got this like grin on his face, like, yeah, I'm with them.
Do we recognize this kid?
No, he looks like he's about 12 years old, like a street urchin.
Would I possibly have known him from Bridgeport?
Nope.
A lot of people in Bridgeport?
Yep.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, I'm with them, let me go, gosh. And he's like smacking at her. Get off of me.
We gonna fight?
No fighting yet. We're gonna.
How does she
He's
respond?
We'll vouch for him.
She's just waiting for the captain's orders. And he's looking at you, and he's like looking at the kid. He's looking at her. He's like,
I put down the crate that I picked up.
like, it's yours?
He's on us.
Like, well. And he gets this big grin on his face. You seem like a good lad. And he like scrubs his head. He's like, if you're into any trouble, then we'll put you to work. And he's like, I don't want to work. I'm with them. And she lets him go, and he goes and runs behind you guys.
Come on, Red. I drag him back to our room.
He's about your size.
My name's not Red.
It is now.
Now tell us why you're really here. What are you up to?
I just ran away from home. I don't want to be a farmer. I want to go on adventures.
Do you know how to heal?
I could learn. Can you teach me?
I can teach you how to sew up a wound, maybe. I don't know any spells.
That could be pretty cool, actually. I would learn that if you're gonna teach it to me.
We'll find you some. We'll drop you off at a temple somewhere so you can learn some real skills for us later. But for now, you better just stick with us.
Yeah, I'm with the gang. He looks at you guys. He's basically like,
I pull out my great axe. Here, I'll teach you how to use this.
Oh.
he goes to grab it. Google.
What's your real name, kid?
That's not how you use it.
My name's Gar.
Gar.
Yeah.
What's your
I was thinking of
skill?
changing it though.
To
Something
what?
cool. I don't
Gar's
know.
kind of cool.
I thought it was red.
Gar Red. Yeah.
Red guard?
I need
Red
like a
Gar.
bandana or
Red
something.
Gar.
Red
Red
Gar.
Gar. That's
Red-
good.
Red guard.
Red.
Red
And
Gar.
he's like, suddenly stands 2 inches taller. He's like, Red Gar. I'm like a swashbuckler.
We've even got a cloak for you.
It's a red.
Red cloak.
And there are like little blood splatters from like our
Like
heels.
holes and
Oh yeah.
like gas.
They're stitched up a little bit, but
Do you know how to fight?
Wow,
Tie-dye.
I could be intimidated. Yeah.
Do you know how to fight?
What?
You know how to fight,
I can light things on fire.
What?
so you can't fight.
I can learn.
Mongol will teach you how to fight.
I can't pick this up at all. And he's like, he dropped it on the ground. He's like trying to pick it up.
Pick it up, flip it, and put it back.
I crouch down. I put my hand on Redgar's shoulder and I ask him, I want you to be serious.
He pulls away from you when you do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you light things on fire, or do you need to light things on fire? Because on a ship, fire's not our friend.
Friend's good, fire bad.
Yes, fire power.
Yeah, sure.
How do you light them on fire?
Checks out.
Though?
With fire. Obviously.
But how do you
light
make
things on
the fire?
With matches?
Oh, okay.
I go
How
over
do you
to
make
me.
fire? Can you make fire?
This guy can make fire with his mind.
He like gets closer to you like a little kid does. He's just like
Is that when the little crab scuttles?
No. These are in my brain.
Oh, okay.
Very much in my brain. So I want to ask him, why this ship?
I don't know, it's easy to get on. It looked really cool. And then there's that dude on the front. That's pretty cool. It's like if they're
He goes like this. The dude goes like
The
this.
masthead.
yeah, the masthead. The masthead is super cool.
Is there any significance to the person on the masthead? Would we recognize it as a mythic figure?
Roll history check.
I'm gonna go grab a belaying pin.
What is that?
It's the little pins they have on the sides and to tie ropes to.
Huh?
And there you go. Because I've got one. I'm gonna go grab a belaying pin and go give it to Redgar. Here, you learn how to use this first.
I rolled a 7.
Okay.
Mm.
It's cool though.
Mm.
Yeah.
that's
It's
pretty cool.
it's definitely the best looking ship at the pier.
Mm.
Yeah.
So whose room is he gonna share?
I want to share your room.
Mine?
Yeah. Can you show me?
Okay. I do have something I can do. I don't really do much flames actually, but I would like to use my minor illusion cantrip, and I am going to cause a flame to burst, but it's a flame not red and orange. It varies between green, blue, and black, sort of like prismatic.
You are the coolest person he's ever seen.
And I lean in and I whisper to him, I am.
As soon as I see the fire in his hand, I go, fire bad.
He's looking
Mongo,
at you.
you've seen him do that.
Everyone roll a
Many
perception
times.
check.
Fire bad on ships.
Dirty 20.
23.
Oh,
Natural 20.
18.
19.
everybody sees him looking at you and trying to pick your pocket.
Hey, kid! And I slap his hand.
Oh,
really
I
hard.
can't help it. It's just what I do.
We'll help you get better at that.
That's how I do that too.
Don't pick his pockets.
He's like, I want to be in your guys' room. You guys are the coolest.
Mhm.
Just don't take it. Where are you gonna go with it? In the middle of the sea.
You got a point there. Okay. All right.
Where'd you hide?
In a barrel,
Where?
up top.
Oh.
Oh, you like barrels.
Barrels get thrown really far.
That's pretty cool.
So I want to take a moment, and I want to. When I was going to talk to the kid, I want to say, totally understand not wanting to be a farmer. I decided to take to the sea when I was your age myself, but we are on a mission, and there's no time for pickpocketing, setting fires, anything like that. And I'd like to try to intimidate him into obeying.
Oh.
And so as I like get close to him, little droplets of black ink go over the whites of my eyes, sort of flowing past as if on a current of their own.
Oh my God. Okay. Intimidation.
Okay, very good intimidation. 11.
Not so good, are we?
Roll it again.
Okay.
I also rolled an 11.
That's 25.
There you go.
He's just looking up at you and just like sits on the floor. It's like, okay,
That's a good lad.
okay,
Did you see barrels of beer?
no. And he's quiet now.
Okay.
But he's like looking at you guys like stars in his eyes.
And I turn back to them and I say, it's for the best.
I've slipped into shadows and I'm starting to make my way towards the captain's quarters. So hopefully the kid had like not seen me at all.
Okay, cool.
Is for the best? 1, 2, 3, 4. For the best.
As long as we always have 4.
Okay, so you guys are in this room talking to your new healer, Redgar. Little kid. And the elf slips away, maneuvers her way, and the sun, it's like probably 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, and you make your way to the other side of the ship, and you attempt to go into the captain's quarters.
Yeah, well, I'd like to put an ear up to the door to see if there's any voices in there first off, to make sure I'm not barging into anything weird.
Let's see what's happening. You don't hear much. Yeah, you don't hear anything really.
So I'm gonna lightly, like, what kind of door is there? Like, knob?
There we go,
push?
Nate.
Excellent. So I'm gonna kind of like jingle. I'm trying to be as casual as possible. So if anyone's walking by, like, I'm just kind of like checking stuff out.
Nobody's noticing.
Excellent. So I'm gonna like kind of like jingle it to see if it's easy to open first.
Okay. It opens.
Well, that was easy. Kind of push it in. I'm gonna like take a glance. Anything that I see like along the walls or anything.
Super ornate. This whole place is
Well.
so fancy. And right in the middle, you see a captain's desk, and he is writing furiously, pages and pages and pages stacked up. Doesn't look like anything important. Probably more of those broadsheets.
So it's Timothy that I see.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So
He's actually wearing his feathered cap, or his big feather hat.
I knock on the door.
What are you doing? Interrupting my writings. This is the quiet place. This is my safe place. What do you want?
I apologize. I recognized the way you look and some of the notes that I saw around the port, and I realized that you're quite infamous with your adventures.
Are you a fan?
Yes, absolutely.
Would you like me to sign something?
Not entirely.
I would definitely sign. And he picks up a paper and he signs it, and he starts striding over toward you at the door.
Excellent. Actually, is there any like kind of checkbooks around? Captain's like checks or anything? No, I'm just checking here.
No, there's not.
Okay.
Letters of market.
Yes, that one. that. Make me sign that.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm sure I'm gonna fold this up and try to forge that later.
Okay. So he's like, yes, thank you. I will sign more things for you later. You have the honor of being invited to dinner with me later. And he pushes you out. He actually, like, as you're going to put it away, he like, you kind of fold it, and then he kind of pushes you at the top of your chest, like not your bosom, but like your chest, and he shoves you out.
Can I actually grab his hand and redirect him so he's like...
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so sleight of hand.
Oh.
Did you get over a 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh! Help me! Oh, please let me go.
Is that please, you're a captain and you have to
please.
deal with, and I'm gonna like kind of like push it a little bit. So you're gonna sit here and listen to me for a moment.
Just one moment.
Yes. You're going to do exactly what my crew and I say. Otherwise,
Just let me
I'm
go.
going to out you as the worst captain of the ship. Not that that's very hard to do.
And you see him like start to. That's absurd. Almost like his ego is taking over of any insecurities he might have.
So I'm gonna push down further.
Oh! So he is not gonna do anything. He goes, Jace, where are you, darling? Where are you?
So I let go when he says that, and like kind of crack my knuckles a little bit.
You don't get dessert! And he turns around and goes back to his desk.
Is there anything on the tables that look ornate and rich?
There's a lot of tables on the side, but he leaves you at the door as you're doing that. And Jace walks up and she's like hovering behind you. What are you doing here?
I'm so sorry. He actually like really hurt my hand, and
She hurt my hand! Look, she's like a brute. And he's like,
I'm brute. You're
please remove
so
her from
much
my room.
stronger than I am.
She looks at you and she's like, oh, and she's like, come on. You see the look of her of like, why would you make me do this? Like, why are you putting me in this position? You see how ridiculous it is. And that's all in her eyes. She's just like.
I like try to swipe like something that's on the desk, anything that's by it.
Okay, so there's a little nightstand. So go
Excellent.
ahead and sleight of hand
Excellent.
and see if she sees anything.
Oh, you're gonna love this, Sat.
She goes, I rolled a 3. So that's hilarious. So the whole movement is very fast. You go to swipe something. She doesn't even look at, she's looking at you. You're doing this. She smacks your hand and then you both casually walk away.
Excellent.
She's like, come on.
Okay. So, Jace, how long have you been on this ship?
Too long.
I see.
Yes.
Who's the real
But it
captain?
pays really well, so.
Who's the real captain here?
So she's walking you to your stateroom,
Mhm.
and she's like, I do a lot of work. I do most of it. Everybody respects me here, but he's, the big boss, and he's the big boss's son, so,
Right, so if there's anything you need, you let me know, because I have a way with people.
Here's the thing. We get paid really, really good. Like, really, really very good.
Mhm.
I don't want to ruin this. It's very easy, as long as we don't, and she looks back at the captain, so we don't tussle his feathers and we kind of stroke his ego a little bit, everything's fine. He's got one of those big heads, you know what I mean? Yeah, very sure of himself.
Yes, he has a very large hat. I understand.
Very large hat,
Yes.
indeed.
Needs lots of covering.
True. Well, the good thing is that you guys are going to be invited to dinner with him tonight.
Yeah, apparently I have no dessert now.
I'll get you dessert. It's
Thank you.
actually a very good meal.
Oh, I'm excited
Yeah.
too.
So, yeah, at least the food's worth it. It's the best food we have on the ship.
Excellent.
You
And
definitely want that food instead of what we're eating. And you're going to be eating for pretty much for the next month or 2.
are you trying to fatten us up?
No, I'm just saying that you really want the good food and not the slop that you're going to eat over the next 2 months.
Noted. Okay. Excuse me.
Eat as much as you like. But I'll save you a piece of dessert for later.
Appreciate it. Is there anything we need to be aware of around here that's a little not of your usual liking?
Timothy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So keep eyes on Timothy.
Yeah. More like just avoid him. Like, don't upset him.
So if we lock him in the captain's chambers, it's probably not the best idea.
Don't do that. Please. Because then I could lose my job.
I'm establishing boundaries here.
Oh,
trying
that's
to
actually very
figure out
responsible
exactly
of
where
you.
it's going.
Yes, so I'll come and get you when your food's ready.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I'll try to bring it out very fast. You're actually very nice.
Oh, yeah, you try. Don't tell too many people about that, though. Excellent.
She walks you down, and you are now with your friends, who I assume are just hanging out in one of the rooms.
I'm talking to Rhaegar. You want Russell?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
slip back in with the shadows, like as if I was like there the whole time.
Show you like
Oh.
a trick with the
So,
dagger.
do me a favor
Yes,
and
ma'am.
roll. Everyone roll perception. You roll stealth.
Oh.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
Oh!
I got a 16.
13.
These two notice you. They recognize that you weren't there for a while, and then they see your ears. As you come back, your ears are just sticking out in the sunlight. But you are not. You didn't notice anything. She's been there the whole time.
No, but I happen to have the captain's signature, so we could forge this.
Should come in handy later.
Were we gonna forge armor?
Don't worry, no, not armor. But better than that, we can actually get documents signed as the captain and do whatever
Perhaps the
we darn well
captain may
please.
want to donate his ship to us.
Exactly.
That would be nice of him.
Does anyone else think it's strange? They're throwing
Yes.
all this money around to us, but he's not taking this mission seriously at all.
I don't think he takes his life serious.
Oh, he's a fool. No, he's just ridiculous.
He's one of those captains.
So, I don't know. I mean, you could be onto something, but he seems pretty genuine to me. And by genuine, I mean, I don't think there's much behind what we're seeing.
Definitely not. He's actually quite weak. Also, we're gonna have quite a good dinner, so rest up.
Oh, I'm
Yes. Apparently dessert is quite good as well. We probably figured this out already, but just in case nobody was aware of this, Jace is actually the one really in charge.
Yep.
Kind of feeling.
However, I do believe that I have the captain in our favor, so anything that we need.
Did Jace give you herbs so you can keep dinner down?
I'd never think about that. There's such things.
Yo.
I'm sorry, my sea brain has caught over, but
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
That was the buddy.
Yeah. I should probably try to find
They
something
might
like
have
that.
some on board.
Very useful after drinking all night.
Is that how you beat me every time in drinking?
Nope. I just drink a lot.
I knew I should have followed a different path.
Okay, if I don't get to wrestle, I guess I'll sleep till dinner.
And Red just kind of this whole time has been trying to push you over.
I'll roughhouse it a little bit.
And you tire him out and he falls asleep. So whose stateroom is he going to sleep in?
Once he's intimidated, I'm okay with him. I was just worried he was going to steal our pay.
Okay. He falls asleep and the sun goes down. You have a feeling that you're going to be called to dinner very shortly. You pick him up, you put him in the room. He's one of those little kids who's just like so tired. Like the day has taken him. You just like pick him up and like turn him upside down and he's just like,
Oh.
I'll actually place him on my bed because I don't sleep on anything soft since I drowned.
oh, that's true. Okay.
He can use it.
So you tuck him in. He's got this pillow and he's super asleep. Would you like to do anything or prepare before you go to the captain's quarters?
I really want to hold my staff with me. You know, I'm going to use it as a walking stick. It'll probably help me to walk around this ship a little bit better.
All right. We'll say that you have advantage in the
Yes!
con save, which you'll probably make in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Go ahead, Jason, too.
You said advantage?
Yeah.
Natural 20 again.
That's so many natural 20s.
2 in a row.
It's ridiculous. 15.
You're good.
Did
You don't even need to make them anymore. You've figured it out.
Found the sea legs.
get to sea lights?
Did.
Yup.
She's swobbling a bit.
I hate land
Even with her
lights.
stability pole.
Swabbing the deck.
You know, you think I'd be a little better at this. I'm quite good at don't. I literally like
You touch her, she spews.
I do a lot more than spewing. I'm working on making a projectile.
So the 4 of you, you're in your separate areas, and you hear somebody walking through the hall. Dinner's served. Come on. And it's Jace, and she doesn't even bother to knock on your door. She's just like, come on. And you hear the door to the outside swing open and not close. Do you follow?
Yes.
Okay, you guys follow. She's standing there, waiting. Eyes roll, waiting. You guys walk through. And she opens the door to the captain's area, and you guys walk in. And now all of you are standing in Captain Timothy's cabin. While Captain Timothy's cabin is certainly fine, it is ill-suited for an event such as this, as it is simply too small. He's ordered 2 sea tables to be set up and set with fine china and glassware, such as one would find at a high society dinner party. Glassware and china tip and slide with the motion of the boat, frequently spilling onto the white and once clean tablecloth. The odd and cramped setting is completed by an embarrassed-looking first mate, Jace, who, you notice after you enter and are looking around, enters after you in an ill-fitting black coat and is serving as the butler for the evening's meal. Captain Timothy either is ignoring that look on her face or just doesn't appreciate the incongruity of this scene. Oh, it's a delight to have you. It's all these mongrels out there, they don't understand sophisticated dining. Please, please, come and join me. And he's sitting at the head of the table, much like this.
I go and I sit.
What's for dinner?
Oh, well, first we have a super salad, and then we have a palate cleanser, oranges, fresh oranges, and then we have bacon-wrapped pork buns, and then the meal itself, chicken wrapped in spinach, stuffed with 5 cheeses, olives, and grapes. And then, for dessert, we have an aperitif and double chocolate volcano souffle.
I like this job.
Except for you, you don't get one because you're mean.
You have
She
some.
taught me. And you look at his here, and it's all bruised.
I'm curious as he's
What? What? What is your problem? Why is he looking at me like that? What if I...
Because you're weak.
And Jace looks at you and is like,
She gets dessert.
she was rude. And maybe she will if she's nice during dinner.
I take one of the glasses.
Do you know how expensive that is? And he picks up the napkin he had, and he picked it up, and he throws it on the ground. How dare you?
You gonna fight?
Jace! What? Make them stop. I need them to relax. He's like not looking at your side of the table. He's looking at you, gentlemen, now.
So
He goes, and you see his fluffy hat, just like the feather, just moves and it kind of falls so that you guys can't see his eyes.
I start reaching over to size up how heavy the serving table is to throw at him.
I'm gonna cast minor illusion. I'm gonna make the sound of his like jacket ripping as he's moving.
Oh! He doesn't notice you're doing that, and both of you see Jace, who's kind of standing here. She's like,
I don't think anyone's gonna get dessert.
Oh, I'm getting
that's
dessert.
right. Only the 2 of you can have dessert, but the other 2 cannot.
I'm getting dessert if it has to come off of his plate.
I thought you were more experienced than all of this ruffianness. I'm quite disappointed. This dinner hasn't even started yet. You know. And Jace is like, "Ugh." And she goes off and comes back with. And she's like, super salad.
Oh, Jace doesn't get to eat?
She's serving you guys.
Oh.
Super salad.
You drink soup on this ship. It's gonna go everywhere.
I just reach without looking, grab one, and put it down in front of me. I don't care which.
Roll a d6. Evens, it's salad.
6.
Salad. And she comes near you guys. She's actually in between the 2 of you and says, please, just this one day. Just be nice, please.
I'm being nice.
And just don't cause any trouble for me, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Super salad.
Go along with it.
You take both of them.
I take the soup. I am brave and can balance it.
I keep my hand on the salad plate so it doesn't slide around, and I just take the soup and just drink the soup.
Okay, so, and he chooses the salad.
He would.
I learned my lesson a long time ago. The soup is a terrible choice. And he looks at you and goes, Unless you drink it before it hits the table. That's actually a very good idea.
Which is what I'm doing too.
Don't you know if you don't nail the bowls to the table, you gotta hold them down.
I've never thought of that before, actually.
How many sheets?
So tell me a story. Tell me about you. Why exactly the heck has my father chosen you to rescue my simple sister?
Probably because of our track record. We can find anyone, anywhere.
Oh,
And we're not afraid to get our hands dirty.
You.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Anybody, anywhere? And you see the look on his face, and he's kind of like drifting off. Roll insight, everyone.
17.
8.
17.
I rolled a natural 1, but because I have lucky,
Lucky.
I get to re-roll it. So when I re-rolled it, I got a 15.
All right. Boom, boom.
10.
Okay, the two of you have a feeling that he's not that excited about you finding his sister. But that is a private information for the two of you. However you decide to share that is up to you. His mind is adrift.
Timothy, may I ask, what is one of your favorite adventures?
Oh, it's a very, I like it when we just carry cargo and we go to different places. I love traveling, you see.
Is that what your sister did?
Kind of, I guess that's what you could say she did. She was always off. She always had big ideas and was always hanging out with people. Me, I have a girlfriend. And I like to visit her. And she's very exotic.
How exotic.
She's from Kuitai. Very, very exotic.
Alright.
What would we know about Kuitai?
Roll a history check.
I actually really don't care.
Natural 20, but down to 19.
That's when you got a natural 20.
I know, right?
This is the most important thing. This place is very exotic.
10.
7.
Okay, the two of you know that it's like saying Thailand. Yeah.
Where are we sailing to?
Oh, we are going to Wesley. I can never remember the name.
Oh. How many weeks are sailing and stuff?
Oh, I believe it's a couple weeks. Could be a month, depending on the air.
Okay.
Tell us some stories about you and your sister growing up. I'm sure you were very close and you love her very much, don't you?
She was kind of a terrible sister. She was always competing with me, pretending that she was better than me at everything, and that's not true at all.
No,
So-
no competition, huh?
I don't like competition. I think everyone has their own strengths.
Can't even right now.
You said strengths?
No.
Different kind of
Okay.
strength, inner strength, inside, and skills.
I see my insides. They're strong.
While they're talking, I take a bite of the salad. I don't taste it. I actually taste algae. But I say, this salad is fancy.
It is. It's a very special dressing. I made it myself. You see, I dabble.
I look at the salad. Dump it in the soup.
That's it. It's enough. We need our palate cleansers. And Jace just rolls around. She has a little cart and she puts little oranges. They're already opened for you.
Good for scurvy on the high seas.
Ah, yes, that's a thing. Yes, it's a thing. That's why they give me oranges. Oh yes, of course. So,
Saved my little orange.
I got one up quickly.
well, okay, that was fast. Okay, the next course, please. and she has a little cart. And what you see as she's putting the plates in front of you are, it's a little pork bun, and it's wrapped in bacon on the outside, a lot of bacon. And then there's little veggies stuffed into the top of it to make it look like a little pig face. And he's now distracted, and he starts playing with it and is just totally like in his own world right
How
now.
many are in front of us?
You each have 2.
I think mine.
Stop playing with your food.
Why?
Just eat it.
It's got faces. It's fun to play.
You see he is distracted, and you have a moment to yourselves, even a brief moment.
So I'm gonna eat one and take a napkin and fold it.
Why did you ask him those questions?
I don't think he wants to find her.
Mm-mm.
That's not his job. That's our job.
Yes, but I think
Yeah, I don't
he's
think
gonna sabotage us.
he's gonna take the ship anywhere near where he thinks she might be.
Jace would know.
Does he know really where?
That's true. Maybe he might take us where she thinks she's not, and then there she'll be.
He mentioned a girlfriend.
Does he know where we are? I don't think he knows how to read a map.
Do you think we're gonna go to the girlfriend first?
I don't know if I think the girlfriend exists.
And when is that? Well, I think we're gonna need to find out where exactly we're going.
I heard that you're fans of mine. I actually brought some things for you to read. And he, like, while you're eating, in your laps, he kind of tosses these scrolls. It's like rolled up broadsheets. And they're signed. I already signed
Oh,
them.
fantastic! Thank you.
You're not gonna eat that.
What was your favorite part of what you read?
Oh, there's so many intricacies that you wrote. I can't choose just one.
What about you?
I found your dissertation on various ways of beating servants to be interesting.
What does that mean? Roll deception.
Okay.
Oh.
Was 8.
I don't believe that's a good thing you're saying. Insolence!
No,
Tell me the truth.
I don't think you should beat your servants. I think you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar.
You have intrigued him. What do you mean? What do you
A
think?
little bit of kindness will go a long way.
Pretend kindness. That sounds very, very useful. Is there a thing I should do? Should I give them something before I beat them?
Maybe you should just not beat them at all.
Give him
Oh.
an axe.
Give them some sort of reward motivation.
Lord, what does that even mean? I don't even. So I tell them I won't throw you in the brig.
Well, remember how you told her she couldn't have dessert? Maybe give them dessert. Don't give them whips, give them dessert.
But if they do something stupid or bad or
Stupid or bad like what?
anything that I don't want them to do, really, if they just don't follow what I say, they deserve a beating. No?
Have some empathy for them.
So I should talk to them
Yes.
and then give
Like
them
you're talking
dessert?
to us.
Oh, this is a lot to think about. You're really like reprogramming my way of thinking.
Treating them like equals.
That's absurd. We need dinner. Somebody bring out dinner. And Jace runs around, picks up all your plates.
I think that's a bridge too far. For this. At least just getting him not to beat them might be a good start.
And then she brings out the chicken.
Ah.
You guys sit quietly in an awkward silence as you eat and finish it up. And the bones seem to echo in this weird silence. And you guys clear your plates.
I'm gonna wrap a piece of chicken up.
It's gooey with cheese. Cheese is just oozing out.
Oh, so I feel like
Next to your
When
peeled
Jace,
orange.
when Jace comes by, Do you have an extra?
These were all portioned out for you.
Oh.
While we're eating, I'm not gonna look at him, but I would like to use my awakened mind to telepathically communicate with him. But I'm going to try to change my voice to his in his head. And so what I'd like to say is these are every couple of minutes I put in a little message, and it's, they're not enjoying the chicken, they don't like my hat, and they didn't trust me about the girlfriend. Every couple of minutes.
Wow.
Maybe he's foolish enough to think it's his own thoughts. I don't know.
Okay, so roll deception at advantage. That's amazing.
Okay, deception. So 15, 19.
He starts sulking. You guys don't, you know why, but the rest of you just see him kind of slouch in his chair a little bit more, and he's eating. It's like, he doesn't finish his meal, pushes it away. I'd like dessert now, please. And Jason's like, that's weird. And she cleans up your plates and brings out these little tiny chocolate souffles that have little steam out the middle. And it's like, you can bring her one too. And him. You can bring everybody dessert. I'm not a bad person. Look here, I'm just misunderstood. You know, I come from a lot of privilege and we think very differently. And, you know, some of us are kind of jerks, but, you know, I'm very sorry if I triggered you in any way that made you feel as if I was too stern of a captain. But here, dessert. And she puts your little dessert in there.
See, you're coming around already.
Yes, see? I believe we can learn from each other. Yes.
I look forward to reading your next dissertation, perhaps.
He pulls another one out. You already have one. He's like, I signed this one too. And he gives you two.
Thank you.
You like crumple it up.
I say to him, so you're known for many adventures. We were talking with people dockside. No one thinks we're going to find your sister. Imagine how much fame you could get if you were the captain who tracked her down.
Bing! You get advantage on your next roll. He's... Oh, yeah. And he's eating his souffle, burns his mouth, and he's thinking about it. And suddenly you guys hear... Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Outside. Ahoy! Small craft. Port side. 2 cables. Oh. We'll finish up here, and I, as captain, have to go check out what that is. And he gets up and scoots his chair in very nicely, takes his napkin, folds it, and puts it on his plate. He goes, "Excuse me." And then he rushes out to the top of the ship. And you see him.
Well, okay, that's the most disturbing dinner we've ever had.
No. One where we were.
We're not going to talk about that one.
Okay.
No.
I push my dessert away from me. I haven't touched it. You don't want to know what this looks like to me.
Is Jace still in the room?
Yeah. She's like at the door, kind of looking out, listening.
Jace, are we really gonna find his sister?
Honestly, she's the best captain in the fleet, and she's quite fantastic. And I don't want him to win, so we really, really need to find her.
I think she's actually lost. If she's that good.
Something's the matter. Something very, very bad has happened. This is unlike her. You see, it's normal for maybe a month max. But this long, it's not good.
So you're at least going to take us to where you think she might be.
Yes, we are going to Wisely. I can never remember the name. It's so funny.
Worsley.
Worsley. Yes, Worsley. We're going to go to Worsley and find out, kind of retrace the steps.
Right, because I get the feeling the captain just does not care. In fact, he probably would never, if he never found her again, he'd be fine with
Yes.
Do you have what he didn't finish of his chicken?
Sorry, we don't have as... I don't think we expected to have one of your kind here. Here's more food.
Okay.
And you hear from outside, of course, just let them up, let them in.
I'm gonna excuse me a moment. I'm gonna go check on Red Guard to make sure that he's okay.
I got food for Red.
Yeah, that's what I was doing too.
Oh, okay.
And Jace goes, pardon me. And she runs out the door.
Okay, so quick plan here. We're gonna go feed Red Guard, and who's gonna go check out what's going on?
I'm going up.
I'll go topside.
I'll go fight.
And that is where we are going to stop right now. And when we come back, we'll figure out what the heck is happening outside. And you've been well fed. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back with part 2, chapter 2 of this wonderful story.
Edict 2.
Could you do?
We're out.